Have you ever seen someone get rewarded for doing nothing at all? My brother skipped our parents' funeral. 3 weeks later, he got everything they owned. I spent 4 years as the only one taking care of our parents. I made doctor's appointments, managed medications, and spent over $31,000 of my own savings on their care before insurance even factored in. I cut back on my hours at work to make it work. The entire time, my brother Kyle called himself an entrepreneur. He started 3 different businesses in 4 years, all funded quietly by our parents. None of them ever made a dollar. He lived 2 states away and was always too deep in a launch to visit. He promised he would help out financially once things picked up. On the day of the funeral, he texted the family group chat to say that he couldn't get a flight in time and was too distraught to try. 40 minutes later, my cousin sent me a screenshot. It was of Kyle at a networking retreat in Cabo, smiling in a group photo posted the same afternoon. 3 weeks later, Kyle showed up to the will reading acting like the most grieving son in the room. No one in the family mentioned the funeral. I did once quietly, and he brushed it off, saying, "It wasn't the right time for me to fly out." The lawyer read the will. The house was appraised at $410,000. The savings were $62,000. All of the jewelry that mattered to our mom, all of it went to Kyle. I received a single line thanking me for helping out toward the end. Kyle received an actual letter with 3 paragraphs about how proud they were of him for chasing something bigger and never settling. They wrote that they always knew he would land on his feet eventually. He started talking about listing the house within the week and was already discussing which investment vehicle he wanted to put the money into next. 2 days later, my aunt called me. 18 months earlier, she'd overheard our dad on the phone with a lawyer. Kyle was on the other line the whole time, convincing our dad that giving him everything was the only way to make sure he'd finally get stable. While I'd clearly be fine on my own since I'd always managed. I didn't contest the will. I sat across from Kyle and told him exactly what those 4 years had cost me. The job I had turned down, the $31, $0, and every appointment I had sat through alone, while he posted pictures of himself lounging by a pool in Cabo. Then I told him one thing he didn't know. The car in the driveway, which he'd mentioned selling, had been in my name the whole time. Years ago, it had been registered that way for insurance reasons, and nobody had ever changed it back. I took the keys and left. Kyle got the house. He also got $11,000 in back property taxes that our dad had been quietly behind on for 2 years. I knew about it, but he never bothered to ask me about it. My aunt told the rest of the family everything she'd overheard. Kyle hasn't been invited to a single holiday since then. He finally got everything he always wanted handed to him. It turns out that some of it was already broken before it reached his hands.